You thought escaping the wage cage meant freedom. You thought if you worked harder, proved yourself, and climbed the ladder, you'd finally break free. The corner office, a shiny new title, a bigger paycheck, respect, status, recognition. On the surface, it looks like progress. But what if that promotion isn't escape at all? What if it's just another trap, another cage, this time with golden bars, polished so bright you forget they're still bars? The system is clever. It knows how to bait ambition. It whispers promises of freedom while it quietly builds a stronger prison around you. You work harder. You get noticed. You climb one rung higher. And with every rung, the walls close in tighter. Instead of freedom, you inherit a bigger cage. Now you're the one buried in endless meetings that go nowhere. You're the one drained by conference calls that stretch for hours. You're the one stuck in strategy sessions that resolve nothing. You're the one absorbing the stress of managing people who resent you while still answering to people above you. You don't escape the cage. You just trade a small one for a larger one, with higher walls and heavier chains. From the outside, it looks impressive. A glass office, a nicer desk, a team that answers to you. But step inside, and the truth is obvious. More pressure, more politics, more eyes on every move, every word measured, every silence questioned, every choice weighed by people above and below. The perks are dangled in front of you: a bigger paycheck, a better office, a company car. Bonuses tied to targets that keep you grinding. Stock options that vest only if you stay obedient. Rewards designed not to free you, but to bind you tighter. At first, it feels like a prize, but soon you realize they're not giving you more. They're taking more from you. More hours, more weekends, more of your health, more of your life. The title doesn't buy your freedom. It buys your obedience. That's why they call them golden handcuffs. They shine, they glitter, they sparkle just enough to blind you. But no matter how expensive they are, they're still chains. Chains that keep you where they want you. And so you keep running. Reports, reviews, KPIs, deadlines, chasing numbers that never end. It feels like motion. It feels like momentum. But in truth, it's a wheel, a hamster wheel spinning endlessly. The only difference? They've placed a crown on your head, status, prestige, the illusion of being in charge. But deep down, you know the truth. Status is not sovereignty. A crown does not make you free. The higher you climb, the harder it is to leave. The bigger the paycheck, the bigger the bills. The bigger the house, the bigger the mortgage. The bigger the car, the bigger the debt. The bigger the lifestyle, the bigger the chains. You didn't trade a boss for freedom. You just traded one master for many. The trap is perfectly designed. The system convinces you that success must equal sacrifice, that achievement requires suffering, that loyalty will eventually be rewarded. But loyalty to a cage only ensures one thing: you remain inside it. And the deeper you go, the more afraid you become of leaving. You start protecting the very prison that holds you. You defend the bars because you've convinced yourself they mean safety. But safety isn't freedom. Security isn't sovereignty. The boss cage is not escape. It is not the finish line. It is just another illusion, a reward designed to keep you running in circles. And the higher you climb, the more you fear the fall. The more you have to lose, the more tightly you cling to the bars that hold you. You're told you've made it, but the cost is always hidden. Your time, your health, your peace of mind, your sovereignty. Every step higher on the corporate ladder only takes you further away from freedom. The corner office is just another cell with better furniture. The system doesn't want you to see this. It wants you to keep climbing, keep running, keep believing that the next rung, the next raise, the next title will finally unlock the door. But the door doesn't exist, because the ladder itself is the trap. Real freedom doesn't come from climbing higher within the system. Real freedom doesn't come from a raise. Real freedom doesn't come from a title. Real freedom doesn't come from sacrificing more years of your life to someone else's dream. Real freedom comes from stepping off the ladder entirely. You don't need another title. You don't need another boss. You don't need another cage disguised as opportunity. What you need is sovereignty, the ability to reclaim your time, the power to build leverage that works while you sleep, the courage to step outside of the cages altogether instead of decorating them from the inside. The boss cage is not escape. It is not the destination. It is not the dream. Sovereignty is the only exit. So the question is not whether you'll climb higher. The question is whether you'll climb out. Escape the boss cage. Follow the lantern. Subscribe now and claim your free copy of the Sovereignty Guide.